Let's
this
start
thing
now.
of-
How much are you earning, Ghostly?
Yeah, the opening starts with you. Charity, you know the charity. You know where charity begins?
We must be honest amongst the people in your industry. Switch off the mics.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think because that has hurt us a lot as Black people, especially. You know, we are living this life, or maybe in the industry, it seemed like as if you are earning so much money, all is good. But I think there must be some kind of openness of this is what, and I think maybe now even because these companies get a lot from the sponsors and advertising. So when you just kind of like check at what the companies are getting, these radio stations compared to the salaries, but then again the thing is, does it mean that just because the company is getting so much money, now am I entitled
It's
to
not
get
your
that
company,
money?
yeah.
Exactly. So also there's that factor, but I think there needs to be just a kind of like a bridge where it becomes there's a reality and not this facade. But in spaces where, so I applaud this lady from Ekakasi for actually just coming out and saying, yo, this is what I got. Because I'm sure, I'm sure now Gagasi is totally embarrassed, and then they're going to review their contracts, what they give to their a host, so that they can actually do better, because they wouldn't want this backlash again and again.
But also, people must also remember, guys, now that shows bring in revenue, and you can easily calculate on how much a show brings, on how much spots are being bought on the show, how much advertising has been bought on the show. So like I said, there's some shows, like it's unfair to be on a show, for example, that's maybe generating 500,000 a week rands, right? But you're getting paid like 5,000 rand or 2,000 rands. That's unfair. But also we need to then, what I'm saying is maybe there must be a minimum, because sometimes you'll find that the show that Penny was doing could possibly be automated. Because also on a Sunday morning, 1:00, a lot of people want to hear music either way.
True.
Right? It could be pre-recorded, it could be automated without a voice, and people are still going to listen in, because also no one is buying advertising time there. So it's not generating much.
Yeah.
But they should be at least to say, okay, you're coming here 4 times a month, right? Or 8 times a month. We'll give you 5K.
Yeah.
Transport and then nogane for your effort. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's fair.
That's fair.
I feel like that is fair.
Yeah.
But we must also consider that some shows don't make. But if you work on a show that's been making money and the numbers are showing, the people are listening, they're growing, you should be paid fairly.
I think I agree with both of you guys, right? And what I want to say is, when I look back in hindsight, I think there's levels to this thing. So level number 1 is where I agree with Saul, where you're just trying to get a foot in, whether it's 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, whatever.
Take
as
it.
long as you go to a show, you get in there, right? So once you get in there, there's level 2, where you prove now your worth.
Yeah.
So you prove by bringing in the numbers, okay, cool. And then I think there's this thing amongst radio people where we don't know the art of negotiating, because the figures that are being made by the station and the figures that we're earning are not transparent. So when you walk into a negotiating room, you don't know whether you have leverage or not, because how much the station is making from your show, you don't even know.
You don't know, yeah.
You understand? But then there's another level, like, where you get to determine what your salary is. Your analysts of this world, your Fat Joe, where you like, my value is this much, and this is what I want.
True.
So for example, if I were to go back to radio right now, I wouldn't want a salary. I would want partnership. Because if I'm going to Gagasi, I'm going, and the platform, the Podcast and Chill, has more numbers than your station.
That level,
That's the
Jeremy
level.
Mansfield had a similar thing.
Now we're talking profit
on
share.
947.
So it's not a salary, you understand?
Yeah.
So, but I think as broadcasters, we don't know which level we are at. So it's like whenever you walk into a negotiation, you're just willing to take whatever amount it is because it fits your lifestyle and whatever, not really doing the due diligence of saying, actually, you're actually worth this amount because of the value that you bring to the station. I mean, I remember Chile M, there was a point, Chile M was so big that when Chili M was not available, a sponsor said they wouldn't advertise on the show until Chili M
They
comes
want
back.
him. They're buying him.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're at that level, you can negotiate whatever you want, dog.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? But you can't negotiate like that when you're just starting off on weekends.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah. So, with that said, Ntuli should have continued on the 2.8.
Not really.
Like, bro, everybody eats shit, dog. When you start, we all eat shit. We all eat shit, and then you grind, and then you prove your value. I mean, when I walked into Prime Media, the first meeting, it was Terry Folkvane. She goes up in there, and she's like, this month...
Terry's dope, man. I know Terry.